So looks like we are live now.
Hi,
So
Pooja.
hello Shantana, hello Anisha,
Hi.
and hello everyone out there, our inspirational gorgeous divas. So today we have lovely mom and daughter duo with us, Mrs. Shantana, our lovely, sweet, inspirational photographer diva, a big, great photographer, the painting person, and the crochet person, jewelry making, whatnot.
Thank you.
Anisha with us as well. And to be honest, this discussion was pending since last month's Mother's Day celebration. We had some days when we both wanted to do it, but we couldn't do it due to XYZ reasons. But we are here today. And let's start the show by welcoming our sweet inspirational duo. So thank you,
Thank
Shantana and
you.
Anisha, for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, you could be guessing I am calling Shantana inspirational diva because we all know that she's multi-talented. She is this, she's that, but she's not. But I'm calling Anisha as well, our inspirational gorgeous diva. Why? I'm sure you must be wondering why we are saying that. And sooner you will realize that there's no doubt and absolutely no harm in calling Anisha an inspirational diva as well. And this perfect mother daughter duo is a role model for us as a perfect, talented family and how we can pass our talents to our younger generations. And that's what is the agenda for today as well. So, well, without any delay, let's start our discussion with Anisha first. So, welcome again, Anisha. And
Thank
before we
you.
ask anything from Mama, you tell us about yourself.
I'm in year seven. I'm
Hmm?
12 years old, and I enjoy hands-on crafty things like painting, photography, crochet, and dancing. I like.
Wow,
I also like doing experiments and science stuff.
that's very nice. You mentioned painting, crochet, dance as well.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet. How did you learn all these things? Is it all gifted by mom or you started doing some as a classes or something?
I got most of it from my mom, but then she pushes me to do like more things, and she helps me try out and experiment doing and trying new hobbies, and yeah, she did most of it.
Wow, that's so sweet.
But
Your
I've
mom
been
is
inspired
very talented.
for painting from Anisha. She started painting, so after seeing her painting, then it's like, oh, maybe I should try. So that's how I started painting too.
Oh, that's a big confusion for me. She is saying I learned everything from Mama, and Mama is saying I learned paintings from daughter.
The painting, seeing her, I've been inspired. So like,
Oh,
it's both
nice.
ways.
Wow, so talented you are, Anisha. And you are still in year seven. Just started your high school this year, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so awesome. And I'm sure you're gonna rock in the future, in the coming years, because you're gonna get lots of chances to showcase your talent, to showcase your dancing, painting, crochet skills in the schools, projects, and in everywhere in the uni going forward as well. So that's really creative and really talented, I must say. So tell me first thing about what did you started first? Did you started dancing first or crochet first or painting first?
um so I started with dancing. I do classical dancing when I was,
So she started when she was 4 years.
yeah.
So she's there learning Bharatanatyam. So for
Oh
both the
wow.
daughters.
Okay. Is
And then
it learning from you, Shantana?
No, 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 not me. I have nothing to do about. I don't dance. So here she's learning from Holia Dance Academy.
Okay.
That's with Hiral Dev.
Yeah.
So
I know that.
so
Okay.
she's yeah, they're learning there, and the rest in
Okay.
school. School.
yeah. And then I did painting. I'm not sure how, but yeah, I just started, and then it was so like interesting, and it calms me down. And yeah, so I just paint whenever like I feel the temptation to. And
Wow.
then yeah, um oh, actually before that, I used to do sketching. It was some odd day when I just wanted to sketch an eye, and then I showed my mom, and then she was like, "Oh, you should like start sketching." And then that's how I started to do crafty stuff.
Oh, very nice. So you started as a part of your own creativity from sketching and then you've taken it forward to painting, right? Oh, that's so blissful. Awesome. And crochet as well. Is it something that your mom taught you from the early age?
No, this is pretty new.
We just started just last year.
Okay.
I saw my mom do it, and then I was just like, "Oh, can I try?" And then I started to enjoy it.
Oh, so sweet. So you take part in all the activities. Do show enthusiasm about all the things that your mom does, or is it something just like painting or crochet?
It's mostly that I don't really make jewelry like my
Yeah.
mom does, but yeah, the rest we basically share those stuff.
Interests.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, craft and creativity and sketching, coloring is what gives you pleasure in doing, the going
Yeah.
forward with that one. Okay.
Making
And
making makeup.
sorry, Shantana?
She loves doing makeup as well, so she's really interested. So some of the when I do put like I need my shots for my jewelry, so she does the makeup for me at times. As in like otherwise I don't do any
Wow.
makeup. She does that for me, and she just watches
Oh.
YouTube videos, and that's how she she learns and experiments on herself and me. So yeah,
Very nice, very creative because not everyone does this. We have lots of knowledge and information available on YouTube and all these websites and everywhere, but not everyone can follow through these sites. So that's really a big talent and a big art that if you can follow through and do an experiment and implement on your own self, that is one of the big thing that you can utilize in the future as well, I must say. So that's really good. And if I ask you, Anisha, how would you describe your mama?
She's nice, loving. Um,
Oh,
and if you have any problem, you just go to her and she's gonna find a solution. So
she's a solution finder. That's and what do you love most about your mom?
um maybe like how outgoing she is, and she's just very she lets you have the freedom to try new things and like encourage you in whatever you like to do.
Very nice. Not everyone has, that kind of support in the life. Um, Especially nowadays, because I deal with a lot of family relationship issues, and parents are so busy in their life all the time. Okay, go do this. Go watch TV, do your homework, just instructions coming from the parents side to the children. But when you are having a supportive mom, supportive parents, and always being there for your solution, for your problems as a solution finder, then definitely I can see it's a biggest blessing and a part of the fulfilling journey ahead for you, Anisha. Yeah. And tell me, is it like your mom is your biggest inspiration, or anyone else would you like to give credit to, like your dad, your sister? I know you have a sister.
Well, it's both my parents. Like my dad inspires me in like studies and like more knowledgeable stuff, and my mom's on the creative side and she just supports me in my creativeness.
Very good. Okay, so both are your inspiration. And how do you see taking this inspiration from your parents taking you forward in your journey? Like, let's say 5 years from now, finishing your high school. How do you see with your talents, your inspiration? Where do you see yourself?
Mm, I'm not sure, but I know that my parents are always there to support me, and um, they're gonna help me find what I want to do in the future.
But definitely you're gonna continue with your inspiration, like your talents and like painting, sketching. This is what you're gonna take forward, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly.
Good, excellent. Is there any one advice? I'm not finishing the show. This is just the beginning of the question. But is it something, one advice that you would give to your age people, children like year seven, year eight, high school starters, how they should proceed? Because everyone nowadays is busy on their gadgets. All the time when I see like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So this is what I see even on the bus, public transports, everywhere. Even the teenagers are busy like doing this. So, what is one piece of advice that you give to them following through your own inspiration?
Um, like use social media to your benefit, and like see things that you want to do in the future, and how it's gonna like that will benefit your studies and your like what you want to do, and not just random things.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely great message coming from a year seven or 12-year old, I must say,
I'm
a
also
girl.
surprised.
It's a big message, and honestly, if the younger generation, Shantana, believes and understands this thing that we should use social media just for the purpose of our own well-being, own growth, not going for the random things and passing our time, then definitely future generations will be much better in shape than what we are seeing today.
Yes, because I wanted to open an Instagram account for her, but
Mm-hmm.
she's been, no, no, I don't want. And I said, no, at least for your artwork. So at least, you have a thing, because what I have done is, since she was not very sure she paints for her, she still thinks she doesn't do good paintings, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel they're quite good. And so I just wanted people to see her work and maybe inspire others also. You never know. So it's
Yeah,
like, then what I did, I started, trying to have gift hampers and include her paintings and to
yeah.
sell, and so that, at least uh, it
It's
just reaches to
motivation.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's how I started pushing her. So I just want to open her an Instagram account, so that at least, it's there on her artwork, and just for
yeah,
that. And so
yeah,
I'm still planning. So haven't
yeah.
reached there yet. So since she has not been like, yeah, I want to open, so I've also really not bothered. So I think it's time to think. I just like to show a little one to painting of hers. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
one she
sure.
just painted recently. So
Wow, that's so
this is
nice.
one.
Is it
And
is it painting?
it's acrylic paint.
Oh wow,
So
how beautiful.
that
Very
is one.
nice.
So, and I just have three of them here. So I just thought I'll just show. So
Yeah,
yeah.
very
So this
nice.
is, and trust me,
Beautiful.
so yeah. So this one is another one which she
Mm.
painted. And I really love this, but then she's really not very. She said it's okay. So I think it's good.
It is very good. It is very good, definitely, Anisha. Is it sunflowers that you try to draw over there?
What's that?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, I can see that, and that really gives me a kind of spring feeling in the moment as well.
I
So it
know.
gives a connection with the nature straight away. And honestly, if you find it not really up to the mark, which is a good point, you want to strive for the next level. You want to go to the next level, but it's not bad. It's gorgeous. It's awesome. A big applaud for you for your work. Oh,
I
beautiful.
keep, I keep telling her it's good, but she says no, it is not good. Though she doesn't really like her work. Like, maybe I'm also like that, because I'm not really very sure whether, when others say like it's nice, I say, oh yeah, it's nice. So it's like
Yeah.
that. So I also think so. Maybe I've passed it on to her as well.
No, keep it up, Anisha, all the time. You can definitely try getting better and better and, going to the next level. But this is gorgeous work, and definitely start putting out there in the social media, on your website, or wherever you want to put, because people needs to see that, especially for person like me who need to showcase the talents of people. We need to have this kind of pages available to us, that this is the page of a 12-year-old child.
Yes.
This is how intentional this is. So I have even the clients of your age who are stuck in the social media journey, who are stuck in the parents relationship, who are stuck in their just too much of in their life going on. If it is a blessing for your life that you have a supporting parents and you are so talented on the back of them, keep the most of it. Use the most of it, that's this talent, and go ahead with your Instagram account. Of course, I know, because you are sensitive and you are a sensible person, how to use it, not for the purpose of just wasting time, but keep it up. I really love your work, Anisha.
Okay, and I'll just show you a crochet bag which she had actually made for me. It was for Mother's Day. She gifted me. It's okay.
Oh, how
So she
sweet.
she had made this, and the other side it has, it's another different color, and
Amazing.
also, I didn't realize, only later I got to know that she has put in little pockets for me inside. There's one on this side and another one, a smaller one on this side because I have asthmatic problem. So to keep my inhaler in this. So I thought that was really very thoughtful. I would have never thought of it
Wow.
myself. So,
Wow.
so I was like,
Amazing.
I was
Amazing.
really happy with
Anisha, be honest. Tell me you are 12 year only.
it.
Mm, I might
Tell
be a
me,
bit
tell me, tell me,
scared.
tell me nice correctly, please. You are 12 year only.
I think I'm 50.
Oh. That's
And this
gorgeous
is
work.
one she has, the latest one she has made. This is another bag again.
Oh,
So
how sweet.
so that's all. So I tell her to make so that I can sell it for her, and
Yeah,
so that again she gets paid for her things, and
yeah.
so she whatever little help she does for my I make her make the small flowers or things. So I put it in her account. Of course, she's not very happy about it, but it's sort of
Yeah,
pocket money which you get from your work.
yeah,
So I think it's
yeah.
good.
No, very, very good. Very good, Anisha. I'm really loving your work. You should
Thank you.
definitely start putting some classes for our inspirational divas. I would love to learn paintings and this crochet stuff specifically. My mom used to make a lot. She made a couple of crochet stuff for me, but I'm not there. I definitely need lessons. Anisha, would you teach me?
Okay. I'm scared though.
Thank you, Anisha. Thank you so much. So, Mama, it's your turn. I if
You want her to still be here, or
fine,
you
she
want
can enjoy. We can keep jumping between you two if you are all right with her.
to stay? Okay. Okay.
That's
All
great.
good.
So tell us about yourself. What inspired you to start? And first question is, how did you start it? Which one was your first thing? Painting or crochet or photography or your NGO? What was
Uh,
first?
yes, first was my NGO, and
Mm-hmm.
my husband is actually very passionate about wildlife photography. So we
Okay.
had he loves his cameras and lenses, and he has a wide range of stuff. So it's so earlier I used to wonder why is he not taking pictures of me, because when you go out you're expected like he's taking pictures of you,
Yeah.
but then nowhere in the scene is just the landscape and it's like that. So that time I was not really interested in even in spite of having all the cameras and everything at home.
Yeah.
So this was after we got married, so his collection grew, and we were in Dubai earlier before we relocated to Australia. So it
Mm-hmm.
was I was just the kids were growing up. They were going to school, and so I had enough time in hand. And I was like, what do I do next? Because you can't just sit at home and do nothing.
Yeah.
So then I just walked. There was some advertisement for an NGO, like just as a volunteer. So I just walked in there, and I was like, it was for needs with children with special needs. So I said, I
Mhm.
don't have any prior, experience working with them. They said, no, you can join as a volunteer. It's fine. Like, so I just joined them, and I was put into the art and craft department. And then I
Mhm.
was. I have always been a crafty person, so it's like otherwise I'm a fashion designer by profession, so I have a little bit of the craftiness in me. So I said, okay, I'm quite excited about being in the art section. So I joined in, and then it was there where I actually learned these basic. I knew nothing about jewelry making, so I had these very creative colleagues, and then so it's oh, it's very easy. So they just showed me the basic because beading and jewelry making, it's a sort of therapy for the children and the adults there. And
Yeah.
so it's like it was teaching them, and that's how I started doing the basic of jewelry making. So I worked there
Mhm.
as a volunteer about for a year, and then at the end one day they just said that why don't you join us as an art teacher, because the other teacher was leaving. I was very happy, so I was like, yeah, why
Yeah.
not, that. So that's how I started. But hardly after a year, it was, I think, maybe a not even a year, like my husband was offered a job here, so he said, okay, maybe we should try out a new country. So
Yeah.
it's like then we moved here. So when you we moved here, life is so different compared to what it was back then, because there you have help, and
Yeah.
you have some time in hand. When I came here, it's like either I manage home or I manage work, so it can't be both. Like, and the kids were small, so like a new place, and also I was undergoing a quite a lonely phase at the time, because we are not. My husband is actually not very social. He doesn't really like to socialize so much. Has very few friends and happy with them. So
Yeah.
it's like then I was like, what do I do next? So at that
Mhm.
time, I was not really thinking about the jewelry making part. So I said, oh, I have the cameras there, the lenses are there. So why don't I just start photography? So
Yeah.
that's the story how like I took out the camera, and then I started just where we were staying in roads. So we had birds and all that. So I love birding. So
Yeah.
I would just go and start. That's how photography came into my life. So then we had a couple of photo walks I attended, and then from there portrait photography and all that started. Then I met these wonderful people, Tia and Alpana, and then I started doing photo shoots, and so they have really helped me grow as a photographer since then.
Yeah.
And then of course you have come into my life, so from there again the events, and that's the way it has moved on. So
Yeah.
basically it was the NGO, and then the photography started. Then after that, like photography, you can't just do the whole day just like that by yourself. So it was, now next what? I need to do something because I have
Yeah.
time in. So that was when I thought, why don't I just start with the jewelry making, because I still that had that in my mind. And then
Mhm.
gradually I picked up things from, just tried experimenting from the dollar shop. I just picked up the pliers because I didn't really know what things I needed, because
Yeah.
it's very different over here. I know where it's available and all that. So, and I didn't want to invest at all. So like I
Yeah.
don't know. For me, my passions keep changing. So like
Yeah.
interest keeps changing. So I just don't know where I'm going to be next. So I don't want to invest too much. So I said, let me just start it small. So then I started watching videos, and I started getting interested in, there was this wire wrapping thing I came across. A lady called Nicole Hanna. She's in US, and her work is just out of this world. And I was like, I have to try it. So she has a couple of free tutorials in YouTube. And then
Okay.
I am very pathetic at following instructions. So I can never ever follow cooking if I follow instructions. And I just cannot, even if it's like the work which we do is like with the wire wrapping, you use couple of number of wires, like, so
Yeah.
if you start with 4 wires, I somehow somewhere everything is over and I land up with 2 wires, whereas the tutorial still has 3 wires, so I don't know where the wire is, like I'm always with it. So it's like but my designs completely turn different because I'm not following, I cannot follow the
Yeah.
instructions.
Right.
that's how I started doing jewelry making, especially wire wrapping things. So,
Hmm.
and I've been very passionate about Tree of Life and all that. So I just have something to show you here, which is I really started off with. So this is a Tree of Life pendant. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is one with the
beautiful.
chakras, and yeah, so this is the
Yeah.
one. And and I love trying out different things. So I saw somewhere like a guitar, so I wanted to experiment with that as well. So I just so that's one. Sorry.
Wow.
So that's
That's
another one.
you made?
Yes, so I make so
Oh, so
so
much
I
of, I mean, wire twisting and everything. That's
yes.
gorgeous.
And that was the story behind the wire wrapping thing. So, and since it's that I haven't learned from somebody like that, it's like just watching YouTube and other artists. So it's nobody tells you that you need to take your breaks, and
Yeah.
this will lead to this. So it's like you just, because you're so passionate and you go on and on and on for hours. It was like there was a time when 5 hours I could still sit at a stretch and I would
Oh,
just continue, and no breaks in between, only to realize that after some time I had very severe shoulder pain. So it
oh
is
dear.
still there. It is not that it's completely cured. So it led to that because continuously repetitive, since it's a wire and I need to keep on
Yeah.
wrapping it. So that
Yeah.
is the way it's, yeah. So it started. There was a time, I think it was during the COVID period, when I had to stop working what I loved doing.
Yeah.
So because of the pain, I couldn't, like, I had to go physiotherapy and all those things. So it was a little stressful, and moreover during that time my husband had just relocated to Singapore for his work, and so
Yeah.
it was me and the kids, and I was like, that was a difficult phase. But then I was like, okay, what should I do that next, because I can't continue with my wire wrapping. So it was
Mhm.
then I thought, how about crochet? I've never ever crocheted in my entire life, Pooja.
Oh my God. Just during the COVID time, you thought about it. Oh
Yes,
dear.
so
That's a
it was.
surprise for me as well.
And it was a surprise for me too, because I've never tried. I said, okay, well, why not try? Because, like, no harm in trying. Like, if it doesn't work, it
Yeah.
doesn't work. It's okay,
Yeah.
So that is how I started, and I watched YouTube, because YouTube is a very good thing. Like, like how Anisha just mentioned, like,
Yeah.
if it's for your own good, it's always good. So I started watching YouTube videos, and then trying out and experimenting, and so that's how then I didn't want, and I don't have patience at all, Pooja. I'm very short on patience, so I need to make things which finish fast. I can't
Yeah.
continue for very long. So I thought the blouses, the bralettes, those were very convenient for me because it didn't take too much of my time, and so I could finish fast, yeah, quickly. So
Yeah.
that's the story behind why crochet came into my life.
Oh,
Just
okay. Every
after.
single thing has an interesting story, and I'm
Yes.
so pleasantly surprised to see that everything started within just last couple of years itself. And you
Exactly.
have excelled in every single field so much that we are
Not
your
excellent.
fan.
I'm still learning. There's so much
But
to
still,
learn.
we are
So
your fan, Shantana. You need to accept that we truly love your work, be it
thank you
photography,
so
be
much.
be it your jewelries. Look, I'm wearing your special, I don't know, chakra balancing
Thank you.
earrings.
Thank you. Look so good.
Yeah. So I usually wear it when I wear it with some multicolor saris or dresses. So it looks so good over there. And I
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate whenever I wear it, I feel the love of puja the name
Yes.
that you have given to it.
Yes.
So
So
honestly, you can consider me your fan.
thank you so much.
So that was really an interesting story. So, going through all these new learnings, I'm sure you must have faced some challenges in your life as well, because nothing comes so easy. What are your challenges that you have faced over the period of this learning period, couple of years?
Uh, Challenges, actually, because maybe I don't really do it for the money part, since
Mhm.
touch wood, at least, like, my husband is still able to support us. So
Yeah.
it's like I do it because I'm passionate about it. But maybe if I was working just because I need to earn that money, I would really have to have, you know, a lot of challenges. But because
Mhm.
I do it as a hobby, and and I love doing it, so I don't really think I have too many challenges as such, because I do it as I take it with the stride. So if like today for some reason I'm not able to do it, and touch wood, I've always had all my customers or my friends who have really supported me through this. They are like very understanding, and it's not that I have a time frame. Like sometimes I do, because if it's a birthday and I need to
Yeah.
deliver it before that, so that is there. But other than that, I don't think, touch wood, I'm still luckier that I don't really have too many challenges as such. But of course, the usual things that are there at home, like, oh, I need to do this. I need to, when you're sitting, you have so many other things going on in your brain that you need to
Yeah.
complete. And just, so it's like, yeah, for me, I'm still better off. So I think it's fine.
From this answer, I can guess, and I can obviously from previous conversations as well, I can say that you are such a positive person inside out that you don't see those challenges as challenges. It's just
Maybe.
you, that's fine. It's okay. It's a part of life.
Exactly. Pooja, I strongly believe that life is so short. You should just live for today. For me, I just live for today, because who's seen tomorrow? So
Yeah,
just make the best of today. But my husband totally disagrees. He thinks of the future, and so like,
long-term
well,
planning.
opposites attract. So it's maybe it's that, but it's like he worries about the future and what's going to happen. And I tell him, like, we just have a shot. Who's seen tomorrow? Like, I want to live today. So it's,
Yeah,
for me, it's just that. So it's just enjoy your day.
yeah. That's two different personality types, your
Yes.
husband and yourself.
Yeah, I know. I
No,
know.
that's
I don't know
okay.
what
I'm
is
also
what
very,
is
very, on the day type. I do plan my future. I do plan my week, but I'm not getting worried easily with the stuff that is happening in my life.
I know. And maybe I would worry about something very silly and like which nobody would even worry about. I would be
Yeah,
worrying about such things, but bigger things don't really bother me, I guess. So it's like,
yeah,
yeah, I just go with the flow.
yeah. No, that's good. That's really good. Before I ask another question, we have comments from our beautiful divas. Let me quickly read it through for you.
Okay.
Shantana and hello, Pooja. Wow, so talented. Mother and daughter make best friends. Very well said.
Yes,
I know
that
all
is true.
creativity and talent comes to you from your mommy, dear. So creative too. Yes, that's right. Blessed to have a daughter, multi-talented daughter, just like mom. I agree. Awesome work, and that's very nice. I have seen some of your work which you post. Love your work, especially when you are the model in it. Good.
I am so I panic so much in front of the camera. It's my Anisha does some photography for me, and the elder one is Anushwa. So she's my main photographer. So it's
Okay.
I panic so much, and I'm so conscious in front of the camera, and like, so she's the one who brings out the best in me and says like, it's okay, you should stay with an attitude, it's fine, like, so that is
Yes.
her ways of talking me into doing the photography. So like, yes,
Yeah.
all thanks to her. Like, the credit goes to her basically.
But the attitude that you carry as the model in that one, that attitude is the one that the real killer of the photographer, I would say. It's
She tells
epic.
me, she tells me, even otherwise you should just behave like a Sithani, like, as if you king the world, like, rule the world. Yeah, so it's really like that. It's like, yeah, we
It's
do
like
have very hilarious behind the scene things, shots. So like,
very
yes,
nice. So big applaud for your elder one as well.
thank you so much.
She needs the credit as
Thank
well.
you.
During all this journey, Shantana, what is the biggest and best decision that you have made in this whole journey of your learnings and growing in your talents?
I think it would be joining the special needs children's, NGO in Dubai, because it is from there that I've learned so much. Earlier, I didn't really connect. It's uh, I've always been quite what would be the words like passionate about these things which I didn't know was in me. So it's
Okay.
like when I went there, then I connected with the children for special needs. Then I tried to understand. It was a big learning for me, and the way there's so many things which some were non-verbal, but still you understand them in a different way. So I think that was the best days of my life that I spent there, and I given a chance, I would love to go back again there and
Oh,
work for them. Like, as so much of attachment, especially with the colleagues out there. Like, we became so friendly, and like it was like a family that, and we
yeah,
would go out together with the children. So from there, I started realizing that I was very passionate about a lot of things which
yeah,
I didn't know. So I think the creativity part started from there, which I'm so thankful that I walked up there, and that's how my journey started here.
yeah. That's
So yeah,
that's how you become the master of all the talents as well.
then realized that yeah, I am not bad at this. So that's how it is.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Anisha, one question for you. What is your biggest achievement so far?
Um, mm,
Question.
maybe like starting to actually paint and grow in my paintings and yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
At least she's acknowledging that she's growing with the paintings and all that, because earlier it was like don't show anybody. She would sketch, and I would find it hidden in the last page somewhere, and I
Yeah.
was like, it's so beautiful. She said no, it's very ugly. So like it was, yeah,
It was.
it was not. It's like we still argue about a lot of things. Like she's so it's what she likes, I don't like. I like, she doesn't like. So that is always it's
Yeah,
part
I
of
know.
yeah, part of the family thing. So it's thing, but I'm happy to hear that.
That's good. That's very good. Before I ask any other question, I have a request to all the divas out there who are watching us, supporting Shantana and Anisha from there. If you have any questions or any thoughts that you want to share, if you have any questions for Anisha as well, do let me know here. So we can, this is the right time to ask the questions to take the inspiration from this lovely mother-daughter duo. So please let me know if you have any questions out there. So Shantana, if I ask you, what's one strategy um, that you can use or anyone can use for personal or professional growth or any empowerment? Because we talk about inspiration in the word, we talk about empowerment, we talk about women empowerment a lot nowadays. So what is the strategy that you have used for yourself because you were stuck out there in the life, you were moving cities, countries, your husband relocated to some other country for the job, you were looking after the children. So if you look from one women perspective, it was probably a kind of stuck situation. I can't do anything because of this, because of that. But what is one strategy that you have used that made you personally and professionally um, empowered or put you on a path of growth, if this is the right word you can say, one strategy that you can give?
uh, it's for me, what I believe is like if one door closes, another one will open somewhere or the other. So it's just the opportunity you look out for. And like, as I said, I had to stop my wire wrapping because of my hand pain. So I had to do something. So it's like, it just doesn't stop there. So
Mhm.
there's always an opportunity somewhere. You just need to grab it. So, and for me, I feel anything that comes my way, I can always try it out. At the worst, I'll not be successful or it'll not work out. So that's it. It's like nothing more drastic can happen than you not being able to do it. So okay, then maybe you should move on and see something else which you might be able to do it. So I
Yeah.
just feel just grab an opportunity, whatever comes your way. You never know what you could achieve tomorrow. So it's
Yeah.
always grabbing your opportunities that's knocking on your door. So I
Yeah.
think that I don't have any such otherwise strategies as such. So it's just for go with the flow. That's what I believe in.
No, but I think that's the right strategy. If you ask me, that's the perfect strategy you have given us out to all of us. That whatever, when the opportunity knocks at your door, just grab it. You don't need to think about your
You need
situation,
the
your
choice. Yes.
circumstances, but yeah, grab it and go from there.
Because the rest you can always manage. Like it's everything in life, I feel, Puja, is manageable. This, it's not nothing like you can't manage. Before my husband left, I was not driving. I was driving in India since I was in college, and like I was,
Mhm.
in the college, I was the first among the first girls driving out there. uh since I don't know, I was I think 18 then. And
Okay.
so it was like, so everybody like knew like, oh, she is the one who drives. And I was basically very boyish and like that. So it's
Yeah.
like I used to drive there. And then after I got married, we moved to Muscat, then we moved to Dubai, and I was not driving at all for the 14 years since my
Yeah.
elder one was born. I was not driving at all. So I didn't need it, feel like, since my husband is drive us around, I was like, okay, like it's fine, I don't really need to and all. But when
Yeah.
we came here and like when he was leaving, I had a lot of things going on in my mind. It's like, how am I going to manage? It's like, first I was like, are you sure you really want to go? Like, it's like, will I be able to manage? He said, yeah, I think you'll be fine. It's like, it's just that self-doubt, that
Yeah.
confidence was not there. And
Yeah.
like, my main fear was, okay, maybe I'll just fail on that online test also, because I've not appeared any exams for so long. And so many things going on. And then after that, when I appeared the online test, it was like, oh, that was pretty easy. Like, then
Yeah.
now I can tell others, like, go, it's fine. You will not fail. Even if you fail, it's fine. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay. And then next was the step is the driving, instructor. He's like, just keep cool and just relax. I'm panicking because I had driven a Maruti 800 at that time, which is a
Yeah.
tiny car. And like,
Mm.
and it was manual and here automatic. I'm like, will I be
Amazing.
able to manage? Like, so many
Yeah.
different things. But it's just that slowly you build your confidence. And then after that, within 6 months, I got the license, and I was like, oh my God, like, I finally got the license now. And I don't know how to take the car out because it's like I'm panicking. So it's, of course,
Yeah.
my kids have been my biggest support when my husband was not here. So they
Yeah.
are like, no, first day it's like, we have so many turns in the basement. So it's like both of them standing on both sides and like, okay, this day go to the right, go to the left. And then first day it was both of them. Second day it was just Anisha. Third day they both refused to get out of the car. And it's like, you can manage, I'm sure, and all that. So it's just that then now I drive. I still panic. Like when my husband's
Yeah.
back, so like first thing I do is give the key and okay, I can sit and relax. But I still like,
Take care of your job. I want a chauffeur-driven car.
exactly, that's what I do. And he said, why don't you, but like, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's manageable. I thought, oh my God, how am I going to manage everything? But 2 years went by and I did manage in spite of, not keeping well. And then I got my license, then we got the Australian citizenship. So a lot of things have happened. And like, we still, it's like, I manage. So now I can say like, yeah, that's why I still believe that, it's like everything is manageable. So
Manageable.
it's just the way you manage it. So yeah,
Yeah. That's a really good keyword that you have given. Everything is manageable. If you want to do it, you can achieve whatever you want to do. And when an opportunity knocks at your door, just grab it. This is
exactly.
Shantana's message, I would say, for the evening for all of us. Um,
True.
Sorry, my throat is a bit bad.
That's okay.
What is one thing that you wanted to do as a child and you managed to do it?
Oh, he's
My God,
laughing.
you both laughed in such a way that is there any secret behind it? Is there anything
No,
I need
because
to know?
I have lots of stories in my life. I have lots of examples to give the kids. It's like, it's like I'm a storyteller most of the time. So I was just telling them earlier that we just had a discussion, and we discuss anything and everything under the sun, like the kids and I. So it's like I was just telling them, I said, you never know where life takes you. Because when I was in college, I'm very passionate about making cards. So at that time, I used to make cards, and I used to make for my friends. And so it's like whenever I go, another time we didn't have a phone, we didn't have anything. So I would buy a card just so that I could see the writings, and copy the cards, especially the cards that come with the cuts in between. You open, and it's a pop-up card and all those. I used to be so passionate. I used to buy just to understand how that card is made. So I used to always be so passionate about all that. And then so I was planning. My father, when he retired, he had we were in Shillong. We were born and brought up in Shillong, and so he moved to Assam. And so over there at his place, there was a staircase, going upstairs. So I always thought, like, okay, worst come worst, I can at least make have a card shop just below the staircase. So that was what I thought. So I was just giving her an example. Little did I think that one day I would be in Australia, and I would, make cards and sell them and do a sort of business. It's like,
Yeah,
so you just don't know, like, so that was what I had in mind, and now I'm doing it in a different thing. But yeah, and I'm still so passionate about it. So,
yeah.
so that's why we had it now. So there's always a story behind everything.
That's why you laughed so hysterically that I wanted to understand what's the secret behind that laugh.
Yes, no, and small things, Pooja, which we learn. I learned one thing about, especially as I was saying about mentioned about the wire wrapping part about Nicole Hannah. Earlier, what I would do is, if I made a mistake in my wire wrapping, I would, unwrap the whole thing to, go back to the point and start all over again where I made a mistake. Then from her, I learned that has a story to it. Like maybe you're boiling milk and it's spilled, or whatever the reason. Maybe your cat was crying, or you had to go and attend to the doorbell and you made a mistake there. So that is a story by itself. So you don't need to go back and unwrap the whole thing. Just continue. It's fine. Like, so then she said, I buy defective things because that has a story. Why did this happen? Because of something. So there is a story. So I like to get that in. So that's where I learned that, oh yeah, you don't need to go back. So every time it's like everything has a story in everybody's life, or whatever it is, there is a story to it. So let us just embrace the story and just move on. So that's what so much of learning has come throughout
Oh my
this thing.
God.
It's
Oh
like,
my
yeah.
God. You just passed on such a big message. I just can't thank you enough for this message.
I'm
Every
still
time.
learning from others. That's why, Pooja, it's always nice to discuss and just
Yeah.
send messages across.
Because
Yeah,
you cannot undo the things, but everything has a story, and you just need to take up the story from the point you see it, from the
correct.
point you get it. So that's just a beautifully message wrapped in the simple words, in a simple style. I really love it, Shantana. Thank you so much for this particular message. This is a
My
life
pleasure.
changing message. Because many times it happens to all of us in our day-to-day life, like the examples you have given. Spill the milk, somebody at the door and you missed something, or somebody needed some attention but you were busy somewhere, you couldn't give. These all things, every moment, give us a part of anxiety, stress. And the moment you realize that it is just creating a part of your story that you cannot change, but you can take it up from there, and and just put your own story, take it your own way, how you want to take it, and the anxiety is gone. How
Exactly.
simple anxiety is.
Exactly.
It's a very good, simple message. I really love it. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
Anisha, I have a question now for you. What is one thing that you want to do when you grow up? Mama had an opposite question. What is one thing that she wanted to do in the childhood? Now, what is your future plans? What is one thing that you want to do?
I'm not completely sure, but maybe as like a side kind of like hobby,
Yeah.
I could do like um yeah, maybe like fashion or like uh crochet, maybe like art or something like that as a yeah, as a side job kind of
Yeah.
hobby.
Yeah. So you want to pursue your passion even after growing up, even after you start your job, your journey. You don't want to give up on your passion.
Never
It
give up your passion. Never.
never. Yeah. That's really good advice. Um, Shantana, you have achieved so much in this short span of time. I wouldn't say it was easy, but you narrated that story so easy that it feels like I can also do it. And there are many women out there who wanted to achieve something in their life, even starting with their small scale businesses, or or with their relationships, or with their career decisions, something they want to do, but they are at the verge of making that decision, whether shall I do it or don't do it, whether shall I take the decision or not take the decision. So what advice would you give to them who are on the fence, who are looking on the one side that yes, there is an option, there is a light out there, we can do it, but then the again self doubt, that guilt, that regret, that question, or lack of self confidence, or maybe any limited beliefs jumps in and says, I can't do it. Like how you were saying it for your driving, how you were saying it for your all the journey, like whether I can do it or not. Anisha was there to support you, your husband was there to support you. But for any diva out there who doesn't have this support with them, their family is not supported, their children are not understanding their situation, what is one piece of advice that you as a person would give to them that they should do to come out of that?
I think you should go by your gut feeling. For me, I feel gut feeling really works out, and just do it because there's nothing that you can't do. It's like it just that confidence. Maybe, for me, my husband says for him, he believes a 9 to 5 job is a job, but for what I do is not a job. So it's
Yeah,
like we still argue, but
yeah,
okay, now he's accepted, like, okay, this is what she likes doing. But so
yeah,
it's like, to go back to a 9 to 5 job, I don't have the confidence because it's been so many years. I quit working since my elder one was born, so I took a
hmm,
complete break because I wanted to give time to my children. So
yeah,
that is completely my decision, and I just love every bit of it, and that I
yeah,
got to spend all the time I wanted with them as they were growing up, and I'm still spending that much of time, so they
yeah,
expect mama will be home before they come back from school. So it's
yeah,
like they're always there, and mornings I have to be there. So but
yeah.
other than that, it's just a matter of confidence. So just
Mhm.
I think you should just take the plunge, and then just because when you are there in that situation, you have to come out of it. It's
Yeah,
like you have no way out, so just take it. If you think that, yeah, I want to do it, it's your passion and what you think that you really want from there. So I think it's just that you just take the plunge, and then you have to come out of it. You have to survive.
yeah,
Like, you can't just you can't be swallowed there. You have to come out of it. So yeah, I
yeah,
think just take the plunge.
yeah. Okay, that's a really good advice. Just do it. Like how
Yeah.
we say, just do it.
Yes.
Take action.
Just do it.
Once you start taking action, then definitely the path is clear, the goal is clear, but you need to start.
You will definitely find a way out. Like, you don't. And I still believe, like, you need to take some time for yourself as well. It's
Yeah,
like, at times I don't want to do anything because
yeah,
I just don't want to do. So there are
yeah.
days when you just don't
Want to
feel
sit
like
back.
doing it. Even
Yeah.
if you have work, it's like, no, you can just calm down. And I'm not a person who people like to go to the gym and then they work out, and then they feel. I'm not a person who would do exercises or anything. Puja, thanks to you, I've still started. My husband is happy that at least now I go for my walks and all that. Earlier I was like, really, do I need to go? Like, no, it's like that. But then it's like you just need some time to yourself. So, and there's no harm in, taking some time out. Even though it's easy to say, but I know it's very difficult, especially when you're doing so many things. It's like
Yeah,
at times you feel I don't have time to breathe, even like, so it's
yeah,
like that. But sometimes we need to just
we need to. Yeah,
we need time
definitely.
for ourselves. Yeah.
Definitely. That's, I think, the real magic or the real secret behind all your talents as well. You do everything so perfectly, and I can see a couple of bracelets on your hand as well. Is it all made
Yes,
by
yes,
you?
yes, yes, they are made
Oh,
by me.
very nice, very gorgeous.
So I just
And
started learning about the gemstones. Earlier, I didn't really believe in all that. So, but now gradually, I see that they have a lot of healing powers and
yes.
qualities. So I'm starting to learn and trying to First, I tried not experimenting. Like since my husband had um, uh, insomnia, as he would say, like he couldn't sleep at night. Then I said, okay, why don't we try out the amethyst bracelet? And then it was
Yeah.
actually working for him. So now I feel like, no, I need some money to come in. So let's take I need work. Like, let's try all
I'm
this.
also on 9 to 5 job. You need to pay me for that job as well. Yeah,
So yeah, so everything is every day is a new learning. So
yeah, no, definitely. That's really good. Um, all the divas who are listening to us, if you don't know, Shantana sells as a part of this handmade jewelry, and a part of this goes to her NGO. It's Samarpan, right,
yeah,
Shantana?
summer fun. Yes,
Yeah, so
that
it
again.
goes to the Samarpan as well. So if you want, you can contact Shantana, and that will be a good support to her and to Anisha, and also to the NGO out there as well. So all the money that she earns from the jewelry, from the crochet, from the photography, or from any other thing, paintings as well, or the cards, that whatever she does, a part of that definitely goes to the NGO Samarpan. And it's so thoughtful, and we definitely need to support Shantana and her vision and her objective, her drive in this way, that it matters to someone out there. So whatever way you can support her, it would be good to see you for the jewelry, for the crochet, and honestly, the crochet stuff looks so gorgeous. So even
Thank
for the
you.
fashion purpose, you want to buy it, go ahead. Highly recommend it. Highly,
And
highly.
also, Pooja, the any of the jewelry which you do not require, you can just donate it to me. I'll be happy to take it, and I can upcycle it and sell it out.
Yeah, that's again, I have couple of them for you. Next time when we
Okay.
meet, I will definitely give it to
Yes,
you.
yes,
I
definitely.
was planning to give it last time, but I totally forgot about it in the event.
That's okay. Anytime.
Yeah, so that's a good message out there. Anisha, before we say bye to you, is there any one message that you want to give to our divas, to aunties, actually aunties? And honestly, don't hesitate to share a beautiful message, because someone out there needs to hear this message today.
Um, Basically, just believe in yourself and just have nice people around you, and because they're gonna help you through your journey.
Yeah.
So sweet.
How sweet. Actually, very sweet. Importance of a good company and believing in yourself and making your journey easy for yourself are the key messages and the lessons for our life. And I'm really amazed to see the level of wisdom, the level of intellectual understanding that you have, Anisha, within you. A big applaud again for you. And honestly, congratulations, Shantana, for raising up such a beautiful child.
Thank you
She's
so
an
much.
angel, and you both are talented. You both are multi-talented, not talented, multi-talented, and happy to support each other in our journey. And um, thank you once again for coming together on this journey with me
Thank
on
you
this.
so much for the opportunity, Pooja. I panic so much, but I'm quite calm and relaxed today.
No, you were so good and absolutely loved having you. We have two more comments before before we sign off. I will read that for you. One is for the healing gems. Wow, healing gems. Maybe one day would love to know about it. You can share, Shantana, if you have some information about your stones, about your gems, like which color or chakra balancing and what you do, about all those
I'll
stuff.
share in the group in that case.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
will
I'll
be
do
good for the information purposes.
that. Okay.
And then another one comment is so true, good people help you through everything. Yes, Anisha said it very right. People are really, really required in our journey. So thank you again, Mama and daughter. I totally cherished every single moment of this 1 hour, and thank you once again for being with me.
Thank you so much, Pooja. See you soon.
Yeah, take care.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.